$10 in holiday snacks. I suspect I'm stuck. All right, but don't worry. I'll be back. $10 in holiday snacks. And you can also, yeah, we're back. And you can win yourself a Legends Carnival costume. All right, Legends Carnival costume with Lumnat distributors and holiday snacks. All right. Also, the Travel and Leisure Center, good morning to you. I'm going to reach out to Adrian. And like I said, we have some nice little giveaways here. And Petit Paradis Villas, relax, we'll handle the rest. Rag Marketing, Reed Consultancy, good morning to you. Also reaching out to the computer store, Nil. All right, I need my polo. All right, also reaching out to First National Bank, tap to the VAVAL, $500 or more, and you get a chance to win your $1,000 in cash. And also your carnival costume. You can send my guest on, Also reaching out to Decor Finishing. All right, Decor Finishing. Good morning to Venus and Davis. Davis, if you promise me my uniform, I'm supposed to be in my uniform already. All right, I'm supposed to be in my uniform already, so I don't know about you. Just please bring me my uniform, Davis. You don't want me to yeah. Grand Rising, John Wick. All right, no dealer. We're not taking. What are you saying? Maturim. What was that? Aram Maturim. Oi, but oi. All right, oi. Good morning to Crystally Gilbert. Loud shout out to you all and thank you very much, Carol. All right, I know. You all did not expect what you're seeing there today. All right, yesterday I was in Inter Island Distributors. I think Friday I was in Top Ranking Electricals. Top Ranking Electricals. Good morning to you. And this morning, it's Domino's Pizza. And I absolutely love the Domino's Pizza shirt. I'm telling you, I love it. Look, you're seeing this? I love it. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I love it. And my heart to go with it. I think today I have a meeting. I'm going to go in my in my Domino's uniform. Anyway, guys, this morning we're gonna start off with Intercommercial House. This is actually one of my favorite shows in the carnival season. I kid you not. It was one of the nicest, easiest shows to do. The people were always live and always, I think that's the rowdiest crowd. It takes place at the National Cultural Center, and that's normally the rowdy crowd. Last year, Ninja Fowl, Ernie, my soldier, Ernie took it. Ernie, is that his second time taking it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he made a 2 feet. So right now he's trying to go for a 3 feet. All right, but this morning we have a veteran in the game too. He's been there for quite a little while. All right, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, good morning.
How are you, my brother?
I'm good.
Right. Let me tell you, you guys reached out and it was an immediate yes. Let's do this because you're not new to Breakfast Fete.
No.
You're not new to Vybe Radio. You're not new to the stage.
No.
You're not new to anything like that. All right, but you're new to 2026, and you're here. What has been going on? Tell me about
Actually, I'm not new to 2026 because I'm just leaning on the other side of 2026.
Oh, that's what I'm going on there.
Yeah, so I'm fine to 20. Today is the last day of 26th of June.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm leaning out of the first half. So
that's true.
I'm well established.
So you're well established. You're inside. You're inside. Let me tell you. I mean, it's been there. It's been a while since I've seen you. It's been a while since I've heard anything. What's been going on in your neck of the woods? Talk to me.
Well, I focused the past few years. I think after I had stopped Intercommercial after the last competition to move to nationals. And so I was part of Soca the Ultimate for a few years. I went to national competition up to quarterfinals. And I guess something about the experience, I kind of took a step back to just see what's happening. I focused more on the writing, the development, the poetry. So for persons who would have seen me, I performed at a few events, including St. Lucia Jazz, a few events across the place. So I've not been off stage, but I've just been refocusing because in terms of the art form, I'm multidisciplinary in terms of.
So they see you in a different light now, Yeah, and I know your poetry is very important to you. I know you. Yeah, he's a poet. I know you know poetry, and I guess this is where your writing kind of takes flight, and your music.
The music.
It all comes from that.
I also did some moonlighting over the years with some bands just to make sure I keep relevant and I don't stop karaoke because I'm not formally trained vocally, but that would be part of what when you go and you really immerse yourself in the experience of hearing and seeing and allowing persons to feel in the immediate environment, and so it gives you a feel of the same life.
Right.
That you would need.
Let me tell you something. But doesn't that from poetry to soca, how do you make that transition?
Well, I did calypso as well. So for me, I've done, because I raised in St. Lucia, and we have so much music. Just we've been flooded with music, and so much that over the years it's kind of difficult when music seems to be your calling to not put yourself in everything. And for me, fundamentally, if as an artist you go to represent yourself, understanding, and I find sometimes the difficulty of an artist to communicate what it is that they're saying is
Right.
starting from the way that you understand it. But even if you write work for me and you present it, it's the interpretation. And so for me, I went into the writing to understand what is being said, how it's being said, how can you really shape it. And then because there was an objective to be purposeful in how I transfer information and
Right.
what I give to the art form.
Right.
And so even while there's something that happened strangely that someone said, there's a news, I just did bodily launched a book recently. So I was at that, and an article ran. I called it this news station, but then just strangely, as a poet, it speaks of your woods and the power. I opened with a piece saying they'll carry me, if I may. I go, on my own map, tell them ready get set. I'm about to take off already jet set. While stars rising above the horizon. It's okay, but not surprising. It's okay, they will call my name, just don't mix up that in the rumors as facts. As rumors as facts is a mixed up. And I did the whole piece. And it just happens that a week after, while I'm there, a story is being run from a station. And persons are like, is he in Bordelais? Is in? And so the whole thing started. And I decided not to go at it, just to kind of like see. But then all of that is just reaching out to the society, reaching out and understanding the voice, and even understanding how. And so when it happened, it came full circle that, hey, this is where you as a creative have captured an experience. And it doesn't only happen to me, that persons will say things about you. And it might be good or bad, but even for marketing, if you make I will carry that around. You're carrying dominoes around. And so it's a statement. And so for me, it is fundamental to understand not just the performance aspect of it, but the writing aspect of it. I also studied sound. I did a little on songwriting, sound itself, and how sounds are shaped, where sound is formed, and all of that. So kind of
so you approach it in a very holistic way.
Holistic
yeah, because I think that is I think this is self-development.
Yeah.
All right, because to approach something holistically means you want at the end of the day to be at your best.
Yeah.
All right, that is the only end to this. That's the goal.
Yeah.
I am studying all of this to understand it, to see how it can work for me, to serve my purpose. And your purpose is to put out a positive message.
Yeah.
All right. So this is good. This is good. I mean, we can have a whole conversation about that and just chill. You understand?
Because coming from that, I did 1.5 to Stay Alive, which was a commission piece on launch and climate change in St. Lucia. I did the launch of Gender Affairs Department. I've done, so there are times persons will ask you, hey, write this for me, or get, and so the ability to just step into the space and create because of the understanding of how you handle it. It is, I think it's a beautiful.
So do you write for other people?
I have. I have written for other people. I've done edits over the years. In recently, you might hear some songs. I've touched a few. I've done songs and sent to people where they edit and take out. Like, okay, I have material. Just take what you want from it. Do what you. So yes, I have written. I did a few years ago. I also wrote for another individual who did intercommercial. His song I've represented, including this year, which is 5 years from 2018 to now. That's the 5th year. I've written myself every time.
That's it.
I've placed twice out of those. And so it also speaks to the level of competency, even while I was green, which was quite a few years ago.
Right. Yes. Somebody says, big up Ghana, Team BOSL.
Big up to BOSL and all our customers, including Domino's.
I don't know where this that's coming from a shopping.
Okay, I know who.
Just there. No, you think so. You think you do. Okay. That's just a play on words on my part.
Okay.
That's what we did. Let me reach up to Venus Rastaman, who is there, who is on here. They owe me my shirt so that I can be on in their uniform. I don't know if they don't want me to work with
Safe
them.
spaces.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
big up
understand?
Safe
Let me
Spaces
reach out
St.
to you, my
Lucia.
brother. As a matter of
Yes.
fact, he says, Rise St. Lucia fundraiser. There's one 55-inch smart television to raise funds to pay tuition for a few students. So, guys, be a part of it. He's going to give us a little more information. I'm going to be bringing in my sponsors. They're going to be doing some interview. Somebody says, hey, good morning, Premier. Is the Domino's shirt on the hat for me? Hey? Yeah, yeah, so today is Domino's Day. Somebody says, good morning, Mr. Raymond, BOSL in the house. So tell me about this year. It's Intercommercial House for you. Tell me what's going on with you this year.
So this year, after Banco St. Lucia taking a lot post-COVID, we have not participated. I think the last time was 2019. And aside from Banco St. Lucia being a presenting sponsor for the St. Lucia Jazz this year, I think the MD had made a statement from last year that we need to participate as a large bank within the country. We need to participate in such cultural events, and it was an opportunity. And having represented a few persons, like, go ahead. I didn't. At first, it wasn't what I wanted to do. Honestly, I follow every show, I sing, and I was like, nah, I just step back. I was like, okay, it does so much. Having experienced it, it does so much, not just personally, but in the networking, the experience of just going through the show. It's like, because I'm not doing music full time, it's almost like, okay, you're migrated into what it could have been. And so, and just connecting with persons like you who've met over the years are all coming from similar experiences.
Sure.
And so, while I don't do music full time, which I really wanted to do, actually, when I did the first year, was the year my mom died.
Okay.
And she has always asked me to do music. I used to Killer Bee. I raised Killer Bee like my little brother. We used to jam on the streets, and so the first set of equipment and stuff we used to. So persons like that have taken off and gone on and still, and she used to push me. So when just before she passed in 2008, she asked me to go ahead and do the music. So that's when I sang my first year. And so actually her name was Ellen. And so with what's happening recently after they asked, the Prime Minister made a statement about young boys. And I remember one of the things is I was kind of wayward when I was young. I won't go into the full thing.
Kind of wayward, guys. Is that wayward or not?
Okay. I'll say kind of,
As a hooligan.
because my there's, at home you have a discipline that you don't do.
Also,
You know, no, it's not me. You know how to toe the line.
So mom knew you as a good boy.
No, mom knew me as
her troublesome son.
Her son.
Yeah.
But she just know like there's an appropriateness. But then there's sometimes in that split second you can make certain decisions that can change.
Believe me.
And so being a bit more emotional and growing up as a young man, there's certain things, and so she had to guide me. And so with that guidance, it moved my life so much that even when I heard the Prime Minister speaking, I'm like, boy, I'm alive today. I still seeing this.
Yeah.
And even from doing that, I went to care. Coming from that, I was already at graduate secondary school, and at the time, based on the society, she was like, go and learn a trade. If you learn a trade, maybe you can focus. And so from there, I went into, and that's why I got to Banco Solution and all that. So like from that decision, it was a complete trajectory. And so when I heard the Prime Minister mention, let's just post Charles, we have a problem with crime and violence, especially among young men, particularly young men. And we need to, I was like, yeah, but from what I've experienced over the years, from what I've seen, one of the persons who taught me that 007 who said, as bouncing again, is one of those persons who give me a stern warning. Cool out, you need to cool out. And so moving and then looking at life from a different perspective, looking at all the possibilities and the experiences, you really start to think about it. I heard you have spoken so many times about the society. When you understand the responsibility, and then you see, okay, they tell you, boy, no, now there's no community. And I sometimes persons say, the children nowadays. And I say, it's not the children nowadays. It's us who are failing to shape the children nowadays. Because the children will grow with whatever guidance you give or do.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I mean, you have a strong message to give. And what is really beautiful is that you chose words, you chose
Yes.
poetry, you chose
I
music,
chose music.
and this is important. I spoke to this a little earlier in the season when I said things like pan. A lot of people don't understand. Pan took a lot of young men and women from the ghetto,
Yes.
and it changed their lives. All right, and music likewise. There are some people that you'd see and like, hey, as a soca artist, and it just changes things for them. So listen, continue doing what you're doing.
Yes.
What I would like to see though is bring more young people in, right for them. Show them a better way. Show them, hey, put your stamp on this thing.
I've been getting a lot of that. I
Yeah, put
think
your stamp on this thing.
I did give myself, it's not, may not happen, but at one time I gave myself a marker. I said, professionally, I'm going to focus on banking and everything there. This doesn't mean that I move from banking, but after that, I'm going to transition where I can give more from me.
Right.
And so I've been investing in some little equipments and stuff to make sure that I have the facility. Because over the years, I've given away some of my equipment to persons who are coming up.
Right.
And I was saying Killer B, if you listen to his lyrics in his first set of songs, it paints a picture while persons jump up. If you really listen to the lyrics, you will kind of hear a reflection of what the society is, as opposed to maybe even now, some of the music. And so if you take that into context, this is all the possibilities. You could either get to make one decision one way or
Or
another,
the other.
which is one thing
that
even
is
for
life.
himself. And I would like to say big up to Killer B wherever he is right now. Because then to make decisions or to come to the realization that even if there are situations, there's choices we can make. But again, back to the song
That's
where the
life. Yeah.
focus is.
Tell
And some
me,
persons are telling me it's a bit long, but
about your song this
yeah.
year.
The song is called Blood on Our Hands. And it's deliberate that I'm not pointing out specific crime situations or anybody. The song was shaped to speak to the crime situation happening, the lack of things that we get, or even the lack of responsibility. Because there's a place that asks which of us is responsible. Simply questioning, is it the mother? Is it the police? Because someone who you don't know, a stranger, can say one thing to you, which is power of words. And that one thing can change the rest of your life, the trajectory of your lifetime. And so your failure to speak to a young individual, when the death happens, even if you saw that person today, you might go conscious. Well, why didn't I say something? And so that is where the responsibility comes back to you, and which is where the blood is on your hands as a part of the society.
Oh, that's nice. That's
and
cool.
so I try to work it with that. The second verse talks about the history of it. Because if you look from Cain and Abel, a lot of persons look at it. If you watch the story in perspective, you're seeking validation. Because both of them brought their offerings and one was rejected. And so because you were not given that validation, here you go committing crime, seeking for. And if you look, this is the first blood touching the ground, and the nation crying, or the land or dirt crying, as it is said. And so I played off of that, heading into our social responsibility and what is happening, pretty much to try to speak to our society, not by saying you are responsible, but more to your conscience. It's more of a reflective song.
I think we are all responsible. I make no excuses for that, and I like the message. What I'm going to do. Have you've not dipped for any number for the commercial yet?
No.
All right, but hear that you have been to the big stage in terms of calypso and all of that, and
soca.
And soca.
Yeah.
Where's the difference for you? Where the love is? Intercommercial.
I'll say love is more for the music, but what I find is, okay, with intercommercial.
I should ask, what's easier? What's more relaxing?
I think given that I have kind of like a support system in the intercommercial, it seems more relaxing.
Right.
But then you also have to be careful that you're dealing with a brand, a company, and all that. Whereas if you operate within your own space, represent yourself,
anything.
you speak from it. And so it depends on what the objective is. But I think sometimes working for yourself, doing it for myself, could be better, because then I connect with who I am or the message that I understand, without having to be mindful that hey, I'm representing my
You
culture. So
represent
even if
but
I am
I think
on and off,
I think you guys you've been doing your thing and you know how to separate the two.
yes,
You've been doing it professionally. So this morning, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to send you on our big stage to perform. Yes, have you performed
I
this
should have
song
given you
anywhere
the
as yet?
backing track.
What happened?
I said I should have sent you the backing track, but that's fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yes. Yeah.
You going to perform it anyway. We can probably eliminate the or the vocals, but you never know.
Okay.
We might be able to do anything inside of it. Anything inside of it. You know.
Let's see. Let's see.
Let's see what
Yeah,
happens.
but what I
So,
want persons to appreciate is the structure, the
mm,
space, because it gives you space to reflect. And all of that is very deliberate. And recently, a lot of the writers in St. Lucia, or the better known writers, we met on the CBS umbrella having discussion about the arts and where it is in St. Lucia, because there is a decline in some persons' perspective in terms of the creativity. I think it was just yesterday I heard you talked about with Lushan, where you spoke of these days
oh,
you only have a hook and a
yes,
hook.
yes,
There's
yes,
this
yes.
beautiful song I love from Antigua, I think, and yesterday I assessed it, and in 8 bars she sings 2 lines, and that's an entire verse. I'm like, what? And then you jump, that has become a song. But what I have perceived it to be is the structure has kind of muzzled us in a way, because if you have 10 minutes to present, then it limits what you can say, because you have to. And so while we are growing the art form in certain ways, we have to be mindful that we do not shut the voices of persons to just immerse themselves in the excitement while we lose the value of what it is that has formed our culture and
There you
identity.
go. So you see, very deep. All right, Dada, go out there. Go out there.
Yeah.
They go take your mic. Go to that one there. Go
Well,
to that one there. Right there.